welcome back to my channel. Trust you're doing well. Today we're going to be making lunch and having a chat. I hope you're ready. Let's dive into this. I'm going to show you my recipe for rice. So when I'm looking to make something healthy, I would normally use red lentils, black rice, and also the star of the show, white rice. So what I do to make sure that this is healthy and has not just plain carbs and, yeah, you know, let's help the waistline, is to use lentils. So lentil has fiber. It's very rich in fiber. This is 900 grams. Per 100 grams of this, you have 32.5 grams of fiber. Fat is really high, right? We need as adults about 30 grams of fiber. You can get that from chia seeds, from your potatoes, from avocado, from broccoli, raspberry, so many sources. But many times we don't eat it because we're always eating rice and stew, and that doesn't help the gut, right? So try to add more fiber into your food and you feel better, you feel fuller, the skin is going to be glowing, you're going to be, you know, healthy and strong. The Bible says, as your soul prospers, you have to prosper and be in health, right? So, and how can we do that? Fiber. Eat your fiber. So what I always do is I'm going to soak my lentils for a few minutes in hot water, because the cook times of these things are different. If you're just going to dump everything in the rice cooker, it's not going to cook the same. And since this needs a bit of time, I want to be soft. I don't want to be tasting hard beans in my rice. It's not beans and rice, right? Even beans and rice, your beans should be soft. Just my own point of view anyway. So this one, I'm going to soak it in hot water. And also the black rice, because it's not as processed as the white rice, it's also going to take a bit more time to cook than the white rice. So you want to soak that as well. And then when I cook this rice, you're going to see the color. It's going to be purple. Tastes nice. If you've ever eaten wache, which is the Ghanaian rice and beans that is boiled with the sorghum leaves, I think that's what it's called. It tastes similar. It's just that you will not break your head and you will not cook for as long. So this is a good alternative. So let us cook this thing together. I don't have measurements for you. I just go as the spirit leads me. More fiber, put more fiber. But I don't want it to be too overpowered by the lentils. So what I'm going to do is good portion of lentils, but also good portion of rice. I like my rice still, so let's balance it. Balance is key here, right? Okay.
Carbohydrate is not the enemy, but how you eat it and what you eat it with matters a lot. I heard this thing somewhere and the person said, think additions and not subtractions. Don't think of taking away first. Think of adding to. That way you can commit to the decisions you're making of eating healthier. Don't try to change the whole wheel. Try to just make sure you maneuver. Let's say you've been driving on the fastest lane on the motorway. You want to get into the middle lane, right? How do you do that? Add more fiber. Think of ways to incorporate vegetables, beans, legumes. Beans, legumes, and its families are very high in fiber. So are you thinking to get into your fiber game? Think beans, think legumes. Almost every other day, think of adding seeds and nuts, chia seeds, basil seeds, linseeds, that's in Dutch. In English it's called flax seeds. Just think of those seeds and add them into your daily routine, and your body's going to thank you for it. I'm also very much learning about this, but as much as possible, I believe that fiber is important. Our forefathers knew something about balance and fiber. Rice and beans, classic example. Let's try to add these things back into our meals, and our guts, skin, and body will thank us for it. All right, then I want to hear if you made this recipe yourself and how you tweaked it. Just so you know, I paired my rice with some stew and some vegetable. You can eat this with just a vegetable salt. You can eat it with stew and however you please, right? Till next time. Stay blessed. Bye bye.